There's going to be some clients that get angry because they lost their little favorite. You changed the arrow to green. We like the red arrow. Or something like that. You're talking about moving from a vision. Who sets the vision, first of all?
It depends on the size of the company, obviously. If you're an individual startup, it's you. if you're a team of 5 people and the CEO says, this is it, it's you. It's the CEO.
Right.
As it grows, medium to larger companies, usually it's going to be the job of a product manager, someone who has profit and loss responsibility for that product or that product line. They're the ones who have to do the analysis to say, okay, here is the customers we want to serve, and here's how they value doing this thing that we do. Stopping here. This is where we can bring in one of our old coworkers who made the observation, which I think is true, but he was a little more salty when he said it, is that product management is one of the last refuges of incompetent people. And he said that, and the grain of truth in that salty message is that too many product managers are just simply order takers. They're not actually doing the job they're supposed to do. The job they're supposed to do is to hear the solution that their customer has and say, oh, interesting. Let me understand how that is really going to help you if we build that solution. You brought up this topic a little bit ago about, hey, we just got to get revenue. We're going to build whatever you say so we can sell you this thing.
Right. And particularly small companies, right?
Yeah, especially small companies. That may be the right thing to do. Build that thing. I'm not saying don't build it. I'm saying at least understand how they're going to use it. So when you do build it, you build it correctly the first time. You don't have to build it 3 times because the first 2 times you built it, you kind of got it close, but they're like, well, that's not quite what we need. And then you're building it again instead of building something new to get more revenue. You're still trying to chase that old revenue. So this is where product management becomes critically important. Yeah, we're going to build that thing probably. It's probably a reasonable idea. But if we understand how they're going to use it, how it's going to deliver value to them, then we build it more likely correct the first time, as opposed to rebuilding it again and again. So these product managers have to understand why that idea that they have is so important. Why do they want that feature? How are they going to use it? What are the case scenarios that happen most of the time? What are the case scenarios that happen some of the time? And what are the edge cases? How much money is it we're spending on an edge case versus working on something else entirely? What's the best ROI for the company? Because if we're talking about revenue, yeah, keeping that big customer happy, but we also have to get some other customers so we're not relying on that big customer anymore.
So devil's advocate, everything that a client wants is valuable to them. True or false?
I think it's